Pinnacle Studio 23 adds some powerful new features, giving you the tools to take your video edits to the next level. Pinnacle Studio has never been a more powerful and complete video editing suite than it is now, and can deliver pro-level results. Let's take a look at what's new in Pinnacle Studio 23 Ultimate. Video masking has been completely overhauled and expanded, and is now integrated with the timeline. Multiple mask tracks can be added to any AV track, and you can easily adjust when they start and stop by resizing the mask track length. Then it's simple to create shape masks and panel masks. Shape masks are used for cutting out portions of your footage. If I want this beach scene to have a more dramatic sky, I can use the pen tool to cut out the original sky, and then drag in a clip that has the sky I want. Set the opacity of the mask to 0. Simple. Shape masks can also be used to cover up unwanted objects or subjects in your footage. Just duplicate the original track and create a mask next to the subjects. And move the position of the mask so they're hidden. You can even color correct or feather the mask to remove the seams. And every property has keyframes, so if your footage changes, your mask can move or change as well. Panel masks are used for overlaying other clips to your footage. If you want to put a logo on this billboard, just create a panel container for your footage. Bring your media in. Resize it to fit. And then orient it in 3D. Again, everything is keyframeable. Want your extra footage to move around? No problem. You can keyframe the panel's position, the asset's position within the panel, and also how the panel moves in 3D space. Pinnacle Studio 23 now has over 30 LUTs for color grading included, accessible from the pro-level color grading menu. You can turn day to night, summer to winter, or emulate cinematic color grading with 70s film stock, or orange and teal LUTs, film noir effects, or even locate things on other planets entirely. LUTs are a great starting point for creative editing, and you can combine them with all of the color grading tools within Pinnacle Studio, from basic corrections to tone curve, HSL tuning, and color wheel adjustments. And to save time when you have lots of clips you want to be color graded the same way, once color attributes have been altered on a clip, just hover over the pink line on the graded clip, right-click and copy. Then select all the clips you want to grade the same way, and paste. For more color grading control, a selective vector scope has been added to Pinnacle Studio 23, helping you to make sure skin tones in your clips are more realistic. Just select a portion of skin in your clip, and if it's on the skin tone line, then it's looking good. If not, you can use the color grading parameters to correct. Or maybe you have a clip that looks out of place in your sequence. It could be filmed at a different time or location, or the lighting just went wrong. You can now analyze key colors in a good clip and then adjust your bad clip so you can match the colors perfectly and keep that believability going. Simplify your timeline with clip nesting. Send any number of clips on your timeline to their own sub-project to allow you to continue editing the content of the sub-projects, but making your original timeline much easier to navigate and organize. Make changes to sub-projects and see them reflected on your main timeline immediately. And bring sub-projects into other timelines. For example, Retain the animation of a lower third from a previous project, but replace the text to match a new subject. Easily create and export GIFs to amuse your friends and family, or to show information in social media or email campaigns. Create GIFs on your timeline just like normal, and then export with the new GIF file extension, with complete control over the final file size. You can then drop them straight into your socials. You can now export video clips with transparent backgrounds, create assets that you want to reuse in different projects, such as a logo animation, a lower third, or a custom wipe. Once you've created your animation, just export them as Cineform MOV files to retain transparency. Then you can drag them into new projects and reuse the same assets without having to recreate the animation and keyframe. When you have a lot of projects or sub-projects that you need to export, you can now queue them up for batch processing. Press Add to Queue instead of Start Export. Then you can export the whole queue when it's most convenient for you. And with all these features, plus 7 more split-screen templates, new blue Audio Essentials effects, and enhanced performance throughout, added to an editing suite that already has 360 video editing, multi-cam editing, video stabilization, motion tracking, and time remapping. If you want pro-level results, you need Pinnacle Studio 23.